Hi, I'm Daniel, and today I want to talk about why you should move abroad in 2026. If you're thinking about it, then this video is for you. I am doing it myself. I'm going to try to move abroad, even though it's really hard. And I want to talk about why it's hard. Because it's not easy to get out of your comfort zone and go to places that speak a different language, have a different custom, have different culture. It's easy to stay where you're comfortable and where you know everything and you know everybody and you have family and you have friends. It takes a special kind of person to be able to move abroad, to leave those things. Ultimately, though, we have to leave everything in this life. Our nature is impermanent, and you might as well live your best life. A life that excites you. A life that has meaning. And at certain points, I think your life does have more meaning when you stay close to home and close to your family. But at other times, I feel like your life has more meaning when you go out of your comfort zone, you go and travel, and you go push yourself to learn and grow. And it's up to you to know, ultimately. There is no way that I can tell you whether you should move abroad because I don't know you. But what I do know is that you need to listen to yourself and your intuition. So if right off the bat you have the intuitive feeling that this is something that I should do, you need to make it happen. You need to take action and make it happen. Otherwise, it's never going to. And if it never does, you will look back on your deathbed with nothing but regrets. What could have been? What could I have done? Where could I have gone? On the other side, I do want to just keep going back and forth here. There is this idea that we always need to be on some sort of conquest. There's always something to go and see and do. And that's simply not true. Ultimately, the reality inside you is what is most important. You are never going to fix anything with a geographical cure. You are never going to grow if you don't face the hard, difficult parts of yourself that need to be faced. If you don't go out and work on something, it's just not going to happen. No, success is not trying to beat in your front door. You have to go knock on success's door. You have to put in the hard work to do that. And part of that is going abroad. For me, I think that's where the work is right now. Because I have gotten so comfortable. Just look at this. It's comfortable. It's beautiful. But you know what? This beach is not usable. This water, not warm. And the warmer a place is, the warmer its people are. I want to go somewhere where the people are warm, inviting, ready to connect. Over here, I feel so distant, cold. I think that's one of the main things. Socially, I'm having a hard time in America. What do I even say to people over here? It's hard. Everyone is so focused on themselves, such a hyper individualist. And that's one of the reasons driving me out. I want the opposite of that. And I want that to be contagious and change me. I think that's one of the main reasons I'm trying to move abroad, or I'm going to. This is T-minus 1 week before I go fly to Da Nang, Vietnam, and try to start a new life. So if you're interested, subscribe and hang around for the story of that unfolding. But what I was saying is that I'm going out and physically relocating my body to try to facilitate a deeper change within myself. That's what I'm seeking, is change in myself. Because I'm tired of being this way, self-centered and focused on myself. I want to show the world. I want to, through this channel, I want to shift the focus to the relationship between me and the world and other parts of the world. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I hope I'm making some sense. Thank you for listening to all this. I'm Daniel. Originally from North Carolina. I'm out over here in New York right now, visiting family. I kind of led a dual life as an adolescent, coming up here a lot. This is definitely a second home for me. And just to breathe this salty air right now feels nice. Just to get out of all the things I'm dealing with. I'm having to visit my family member who is in assisted care right now, and it's not easy. It's not easy to see the ones you love go. I lost my mom last year in a similar type of facility. So going over there is hard. It's challenging. I'm facing a lot of change and loss, as I think we all are right now. And in the midst of it, I'm trying to find hope. Hope for a better life, a good future, and more connection, and being able to remove the barriers that I currently have to that connection, if that makes sense. I feel like that's going to be the main challenge for me over there. How much can I get past my own anxieties and my own difficulties and connect with people, use it to be vulnerable and to connect with others. I think for me, sometimes I can even open up too fast, be too vulnerable too fast, and then realize what I've done and then be too reclusive and too out of balance in that way. So I'm definitely looking for that balance, for that sweet spot of really sharing about myself vulnerably and also taking things slow with friendships. I'm at an interesting time in my relationships right now. I feel like because I've made the decision to buy this plane ticket to Vietnam, that things in my life have already begun to shift. I've started to grow closer and farther away from certain people. And I feel like that's something that we don't really talk about when you think about moving abroad, is that it affects everyone in your life in a different way. Because whether you like to think about it this way or not, people really care about you and they love you. They also just want the best for you, you know? And sometimes I think that you should go for what you think is the best, even if other people who you've loved your whole life don't think it's the best. Because they don't know you. And they will never be you. So you have to be the one to go out on a limb and say, yeah, I'm making this call. I'm gonna move I'm gonna try something new. It's not easy to make that call. Like I said, 90% of people, I feel like, they just stay home. They just stay where it's comfortable, where they can be around the ones that they love, family and friends. But what I think people forget is that you are going to find family and friends everywhere you go. Every single place you go, there's people to love and that will love you. And that there's no need to hold on to people so hard, because they're always going to be there. And the country you love, it's always going to be there. You're the one that's going to pass away one day. And how do you want to live your life? You have precious life. You get one life, and it can end at any time. What are you going to do with it? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to grow into? And what do you want to do? And where do you want to go? I think a lot of people feel lost and they don't know the answers to these questions. And that's why they stay stuck and don't do anything, don't go anywhere. I think they need to actually sit down and ask themselves these questions, these hard questions. What do I really care about? What do I want to go and do? Do I really want to be the best version of myself? And the thing is, I have stopped kicking myself for falling off, and I'm finally at that point where I'm finally done with trying to beat myself up for losing progress. Now it's about how quickly can I recover? How quickly can I get back on the horse and start meditating again and start eating healthy and being the person that I want to be, doing the things that I care about. It's hard in 2026. I don't think it's getting any easier to travel, take care of yourself. I feel like the world is falling apart in so many ways. Comment down below if you feel like that. For instance, it's hard to motivate myself sometimes to go out into the beach because it's full of freaking garbage. We're in a ecological crisis, What are we gonna do without a viable planet? I don't know. Really, it's hard. Nature is kind of all we have in a way. So if you got money figured out, just focus on your health, focus on nature, focus on friendships, on your life. That's kind of where I'm at. You're always balancing these certain things. Your health. Ask yourself, is my health going to be improved by moving abroad? For me, the answer is a clear yes. I'll be able to really afford massages, really afford to take care of myself, to eat better food, and be, healthy. A really healthy person, living a healthy lifestyle. Going to sauna, yoga, meditating, doing all the things that inspire me, that fill my cup. Because you can be a healthy person and have all the friggin' water filters and supplements and all that. But if you aren't going and connecting with people and living and getting good exercise, then what good does all that stuff do? I feel like in the West, we're so hyper fixated that wellness is this external thing. Like, oh, I just need this new water filter. Oh, I just need this new supplement. But we forget about all the most critical, simple things like that really keep people alive. Like relationships. Relationships are so important. And if you think you can have a better time getting relationships abroad, I think it's worth a shot. If people are more willing to connect abroad, why not go over there? If I can find some other people that speak English, I'll be happy as a clam. The thing is, someone explained this to me the other day or I think I read this in a newspaper. Think of friendship as there's a market for it in any situation. And sometimes people are buying and selling friendship. The thing is, when you're young and you're in school, everyone is motivated in the friendship market because you're young, you're in this shared environment, you're going to be there for a long time together. It makes sense to try to form friendships. But if you're just at a meetup for, playing tennis or whatever, that's not necessarily a friendship market. It can be helpful to just go out and find people that have a shared interest. But ultimately, you need to find situations in life where people are motivated to be your friend. They have incentive, desire to want to be friends. And I think that when you meet another foreigner abroad, you both have that incentive. You're out here alone or with very few connections, and you want to make the most out of your time and on this earth and making as many friends as you can. I think that's partially, it's all just about what you want. If you want more friends, maybe it is better to go abroad. If you want to develop locational freedom and become a digital nomad, probably makes sense to jump off the cliff, so to say, and go for it. Risk going over there even without any income coming in, because it's going to push you to go and get those things. It's going to push you to be a better version of yourself. And of course, we're all trying to escape the cost of living in these first world countries, the United States, UK, Australia. All these countries are so expensive, but that's not what it's really about, is it? It's not what it's really about. At the end of the day, you can't take your money with you to the grave, but your time, that's the most valuable thing. And if you can go to a place that costs less, you get more of your time back. So ultimately, I feel like that's the biggest selling point for moving abroad. You'll probably be able to find a cheaper country than the one you're in right now, and you're going to get more of your time back because of that. So that's really exciting, I think, to be able to say, by hopping on a plane and putting up with some jet lag, that I got my time back. That's wild. That's something I didn't really think about that I'm actually doing, you know, because America has been great for developing the opportunity and the income and money that I currently have. I'm so grateful for this land and the people here. Don't get it misconstrued. I love America, what it provides. But after you've gotten those things, you're better served trying to go abroad. You're better served trying to go increase the quality of life that you can live with the money that you do have. And I just think that you got to go for it. You just got to go for it. If you're doubting yourself, you need to just go for it. Use your intuition. Imagine the life that you want to live. Write it out. And then go make it happen. I love you so much. May all beings be happy, no matter where they are and what they choose to do. Abroad or not abroad, may all beings be happy and at peace. Thanks.